Hey cellists, Mia the Creative Cellist here. I just wanted to pop on today to talk to you about something I've been thinking about lately, and that's how you can play the cello better without trying harder. A lot of us work really hard to get better at our cello playing, and that's a really good method. You want to be practicing and putting in a lot of effort, but sometimes we put in so much effort that we forget that there's actually a lot of ways to improve your cello playing that don't require you to try really hard. So to illustrate my point, I brought my Buddha today. So I want to call this video, What Would the Buddha Do If He Was a Cello Player? So I think the Buddha, if he was a cello player, he would use a yogic concept called effortless effort. And what he would do in order to get better at playing the cello is that he would try to think of all the ways that he could get better playing the cello without trying too hard. So there's three ways that I can think of that have helped me to become a better musician and better cello player without trying too hard. So the first thing is to find ways to improve your motivation that don't require you to make the effort to be motivated. So I found that one of the very best ways to remain motivated is to join a group of cello players and to have some accountability to those cellists. Because if you are just practicing on your own, it's really easy to be like, okay, I don't want to practice today, so I'm just going to leave this. But if you have a group that you're part of, you are encouraged week after week, day after day to practice. So you kind of have that extrinsic motivation. So outside of yourself, something to help you keep going and the accountability of the group. The second thing that I find that's really easy to do and that helps you to improve your cello playing is to record yourself playing. So when you record yourself, you're able to listen back and kind of in a passive way, you can just make mental notes about the things that you need to improve and the things that are actually sounding good. So what I found is that sometimes cello players aren't really aware of what's sounding good in their playing. So they might be working on something, thinking that they need to put more effort into it, and not realizing that that's actually something they can leave for a while. And sometimes they're not aware of the things that they do need to work on. And recording yourself playing can really help you to get a much better idea of what you actually sound like. And the third way to improve your cello playing without trying is to nurture your creativity through improvisation. So a lot of cello players I know, they're following like a kind of a classical way to learn. They might have a teacher that has a classical background and they're working through books, maybe working through the Suzuki books, learning skills, learning drills, learning scales and studies, but they're not nurturing their creativity. And I found that nurturing your creativity through improvisation is the absolute best way to improve your skills on the cello. I found that I've been able to access technical skills that I never thought I even had by just coming to them from a place of exploration, of improvisation, and of creativity. So these three things, improving your motivation through playing with a group, recording yourself playing, and nurturing your creativity are things that I think are fundamental to becoming a better cello player, and they're things you can do without trying. So what I wanted to let you know about is a group that I've started called the CHILLCATS Cello Ensemble, and we've started meeting every Saturday throughout the year to work on multi-level cello playing and to work on these three things. So to work on our motivation and accountability, to work on recording ourselves through performances that we record online for people, and nurturing our creativity through improvisation. So I'm going to put a link in the comments below, and if you're interested in joining us so that you can work on these three pillars that are really important for your cello playing, I hope you'll take a look at this link and hopefully join us in September for our next session.